What is up? It is White Trash Donnie for Trailer Talk Thursday. Thanks for joining us. We have special guest, the Beard Shack, in the house. He's in the green room getting all dressed up, fancy, and ready for you. So we'll bring him in here shortly. Thanks for joining us. We got Ellie in the house. Rusty, what's up, buddy? Travis Tyler, thanks for joining us. First time in the stream. Well, pleasure to have you. So let's go ahead and bring Kevin in from Beard Shack, and we'll get the show on the road.
Hey.
Hey, how we doing?
Oh, man, we are ready. I have to admit, man, you put out some magical stuff between your Instagram feed and like your intros and stuff, man. I have to say, absolutely awesome.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of like to, I don't know, it's a little bit of a hobby, I guess you could say. I like to tinker around and put things together. And I try to form it to the state or, wherever the owners are from,
Awesome.
and, kind of keep it interesting. And, I used to do the white trash tips of the day. So I figured, a better intro would be a little bit better. Probably should bring those back because it was kind of funny. Nick H, first time here. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Ryan, what is up? Shaky, how we doing? Thanks for joining us. So we do have another round of Beard Feud tonight. We will have 6 questions. The 7th question will be the tiebreaker. The winner of Beard Feud will get a combo of their choice. And Nick has also said, not Nick, Kevin has also said, I'm looking at the comments and my mind's doing 3 different things. So Kevin also said we may have some additional giveaways depending on how many people we get in here. So I invite your nanny, your pappy, your cousin, your 9th cousin, the trailer park. I already invited the trailer park here. If my internet does slow down, it's because everyone is using my Wi-Fi because that's the only Wi-Fi in the trailer park. So bear with me. So Kevin, go ahead and tell us a little bit about Beard Shack. I don't know. A lot of us have probably heard about the Beard Shack, and some of us may have not. So for me, you were relatively new. Relatively new on my list. So we got Bearded Pampered Chef. Thanks for coming in. Man Mixer Beard Co. What's up? Thanks for coming in. Ryan Mort said he's enjoying the butter. He's ready to go live anytime you want to go live, Man Mixer. You are the star of the show when you want to be. Rusty Shackelford, Beard Shack's butter is the truth.
All right.
So getting some good feedback there. You should change them or charge them for your Wi-Fi. See, that's what happens when you're the king of the trailer park. You got to take care of your people. So there we go. Ryan Donnie is the man of the people. So I got to take care of my trailer folk. So, all right. Sorry to cut you off, but yeah, go ahead and how'd Beard Shack start? What got you into the beard business? And
well, I've always had a beard since I was 18. Since I grow one, no problem. Now it was always kind of there we go. One of the professional ones, thin, clean cut, never really grew it out. Didn't really know about it product until around 2016, 2017. Buddy of mine, Anthony, kind of introduced me to it. And then, started finding out where I could get some, locally. And JP had the same issue. And so, literally, all we could get was pine scent this and, horrible scent that. And I said, no, I can do better. We can do better. And so we started up. So that's where we're at now. We did have another company called The Grassy Grin due to, COVID and losing the website and some other issues, good and bad. We just let it go, and we came back with new company, rebrand or whatever you want to call it. But we got complete new tax ID and everything. So
okay.
Came back as the Beard Shack, and that way we can. The Grassy Grin is a good name. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's kind of its own little niche, but I like the Beard Shack better, and we can definitely put in a lot more products, I think, in the shack more than just, the grass outside. So,
and was that the theory behind the name, the Beard Shack, or?
Yes. Because eventually, so our goal is to have one scent while you get ready. Okay. That way, we already got the soap, which you can kind of see some behind me right there. We got some drying. Got a fan behind me, kind of pushing some air down through there. But, so we got soap, and soap matches the oil. And of course, you got balm and butter. I'm fixing to have a wax recipe put out, but then we're going to do beard wash at some point this year, and then after that, I'm going to go into shave soap.
Okay.
So for the non, even if you got a beard and you just want to clean it up real good or clean your neck up, that way you can still have one scent while you're getting ready.
Right.
So
So
that's
one
the idea of it anyway.
one stop shop. There you go. So, yeah, and making soap is fun, but the cure time does take about three
Oh
weeks.
yeah.
So,
And
um,
that's our biggest problem right now is with soap. We're small batch, so right now I'm
right.
making 20 bars at every night. Which, as soon as the locals get wind of it, man, I mean, they're either knocking on my door or texting me or calling me. Hey, man, you got some more soap? You got some more soap? So if we can get the locals out of it, we can have some for the internet and for the rest of y'all. So
Yeah, I do three pound bricks at a time, which yields about 11 bars. So I do about two of
mhm.
those at one time. So you're doing a lot more than me at the moment, and that's why I'm so far behind. But
Well, and JP's not here tonight. We actually had a death at our church, and he's taking care of some business up there. But JP's working on some bigger molds for me. It's 17 or 20
okay,
at a time, and he's going to give me 2 or 3 of those with a new cutter that can cut 17 or I mean, I'm sorry, 10 at a time, just one whack, just
make it, yeah, definitely make it a little bit easier. So
Oh yeah, I can't wait for the new cutter, man.
what's up, Zarati? Thanks for coming in. Great to see
Hey, there he
y'all.
is.
Beard Shack is my go-to company since I got it in the house. I can't stop going back to it. It makes my beard feel incredible, and smells great.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Um,
Yeah, we used to have grapeseed in it. And we got some hate on it, although it was a good blend. But the overall, we had just some people don't like grapeseed. So
yeah, I mean, grapeseed is. I mean, it's got a bad reputation, but it's not a horrible carrier oil. It's actually a very nutrient
yes.
condensed, but
Well,
it does. Everyone's beard is a little bit different, and it affects everyone's beard different. So there's a mixed sides of the grapeseed oil. So, and that's why I stayed away from grapeseed because I didn't want to do
right,
that battle. Have
right.
the
Well,
grapeseed's horrible, then
we did, and I on the cosmetic side, the lady side of things, grapeseed's like a golden goose egg. So, like literally, that's why I chose it. And there's other companies still using it to this day. Whether it's the cold press or the hexane, I don't know. I just can sweep up, my front porch and call it a night. So just go from there.
Uh, so Ellie,
Thanks, thank you.
Paradise smells so nice. Rusty Kevin got his groove looking
Smooth looking.
smooth
Yeah, I'm kind of
mustache.
growing it out. Of course, I'm working on the wax formula right now, and so I've never had wax. I never used wax. Uh, in TGG, we didn't really have a wax. Well, I just had a wax that had more beeswax in it. So I took the bomb formula and just added more beeswax to call it a wax. But I want, well, kind of like how we were talking earlier. Um, I want a definite, okay, this is oil, this is butter, this is a balm, this is a wax. That way, there's separation.
Right.
Definitely want that separation. So,
And you can choose what you like best. So,
right.
and we'll kind of get into a little bit of that with the my experience with it. So shaky. I'm obviously, November, December has been my busiest time at work. So I shot myself in the foot with the Black Friday sale, and I have not been able to make it. However, at the end of January, I should be able to get a couple batches in. So look for that here in the next couple weeks. I'm going to do my best to get some more out there to you folks. And then Rusty has the Beard Shack thought about offering raw African black soap. That's
Not,
the new go to.
yeah, actually, in my beard wash, I'm looking at adding African black soap to it, but like that's probably going to still be closer to July, really and truly. I mean, because making an all natural beard wash that you don't have to shake up for 5 minutes who wants to sit there in the shower and just shake something up for 5 minutes and then finally get to use it? I mean, that's just nonsense and crazy. So, you know, that, still working on the formula.
Yep, all about research and development. It does take
Yeah.
some time for some of this stuff. So, what's up, E-Rock? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, right.
Zarati the Karate Kid. That's my nickname for him. Kevin, do you make bay rum soap, or are they different scents? I'm not much of a bar soap person, but every so often it feels nice to get a small batch
Oh
homemade
yeah.
soap.
Yeah, one stop shop on the scent. So if we won't put out a scent that doesn't work with the soap, because the soap it's the most sensitive part of the whole equation, really and truly. Um, the other products you don't have to put as much and or uh, the chemical the way that the chemicals work in the sponification of the soap may ruin. I mean, literally, it'll turn to Play-Doh if you're not careful. Of course, if you're, you make soap, so you know.
Yeah, it's once you get it down, it's good to go. But initially, there's you got to learn it. So it can either be rock solid, could be too runny, could be all kinds of different things.
Oh yeah.
And so a funny story, when I first started making soap, so the lye causes a chemical reaction with the water.
Mhm.
Obviously, that's how it's, the suffocation starts and everything happens. I was so nervous to mix it because they're like, oh, if you get it on your skin, if you get it in your eye. So literally, I'm looking like Breaking Bad. Like I got this hazmat suit on and a
Yes.
big mask, and I'm like, I'm not taking any chances with this. So
Yeah.
it
I
took
mean,
me about a month.
I've worked with chemicals before, in other jobs and stuff. I wouldn't worry about it. And if you watch any video on YouTube, especially if a lady makes it, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying that they like to say extra and extra and extra. Like, hey, have your safety goggles on, have your gloves, your safety gloves on. I mean, all that stuff. And I mean, hey, I understand safety is important, but and if you just keep your head away from it and get a stern stick and then
Right.
make sure your stern stick's long, you're fine. You're
Yeah. So,
absolutely fine.
so at first, like I said, I was pretty nervous at first, but I was
I know
like,
what you mean, though. Yeah.
all right, I'm good now. I haven't blew anything up, and I haven't caught anything on fire, so I'm fine. So Travis has not tried the beard check yet, but it is on my list to try. So you may win
Hey,
tonight if you play Beard Feud.
you
And
definitely can win. If not, there is still a good coupon code out there on the internet. If you, especially on YouTube, if you look for it hard enough, I promise you, it's there.
all right, so there we go, a little inside secret. And E-Rock, can we get Donnie drunk so he does giveaways all night? That is not going to happen again because that that even though they were giveaways, it turned out to be an expensive mailing trip.
Yes. Yeah. And people don't know. I mean, like right now, shipping is unreal. Unreal. The average cost for us when you order a complete combo set, especially if I add any extra into it, you're looking at $8.
Easy, yep.
Easily.
And they just announced they're raising the prices. Obviously, this year they raised the prices, but so like Shopify and that they're locked in for 2022. So
Oh,
hopefully we don't see too much of an increase. So
we did big commerce,
okay,
and with that, we get to choose. And so we switched over here recently to something called Easy Ship.
okay,
I mean, they got UPS and Postal, so
okay.
plus other ones, but I mean FedEx and other ones, but those are all always more expensive.
Yep. So if it's too expensive, I always check Go Shippo. So if it's a little bit cheaper with
Right.
UPS or whoever, so
And
that's another option I use.
and I tell you, if you ever used Pirate Ship,
I haven't.
that's
Nope.
yeah, check that one out. I like it. But the problem is, you just have to, for a business, you got to use two different systems. So, you
Right.
log into your website and handle all your business, but then you got to log into Pirate Ship and you handle all your business over there and hope that everything transfers over. So that's why we don't use it, only for like giveaways and stuff like that, because it'll auto populate like part of the address and so you double
Okay.
check. But man, it is nice.
So Zarati says, I agree. Paradise is awesome. It takes me to a different place, like a swimming pool when I was 12 years old. I love it.
Nice.
Rusty, I do. I probably don't use enough wax, or eventually I'm going to handlebar it again, but I'm just kind of letting everything grow in for. I'm on month 2 now without a trim, so I'm
Hey,
just letting everything kind of fill in, and then I'll get it trimmed up real nice. And
actually, yeah, I actually got a trim yesterday. Got a haircut and asked them to come down a pretty good bit and blend it down, and then she kind of rounded me off in the bottom and stuff. But I told her, don't touch the stash.
yeah,
'Cause
so
I mean,
my barber, I had my barber for about 6 years, and he moved to Texas,
oh
and so now every time I go to the barber shop, I get anxiety because I'm like, are they going to mess my
yeah,
mullet up, or are they going to mess my beard up? So that's probably why it's been about 2 months since I've been. But in the meantime, I'm letting the underbeard grow, my neckline,
oh yeah,
and
yeah,
taking it down a little bit further so I can get that ZZ top beard going.
yes.
But yes, Mr. Shackelford, I will be using a little more wax once I get this bad boy popping out and a little bit longer.
What wax do you like to use?
I use unscented, and I use one of my
Recipes?
the whisker wax,
Okay,
and that's a very unscented. You do get a little bit of the natural smell from the carrier oils,
right.
but it is a like a wicked strong um,
And you got pine tar or lanolin?
lanolin.
Lanolin.
So
Yeah, I ordered some pine tar last night,
okay.
and we're going to try that. I was trying
Uh,
not to, but we are.
Yeah, I tried to stay. So all of my other products are, vegan friendly.
Hmm.
So the mustache wax has lanolin in it, and it does have the beeswax. So with the vegan world, it's kind of tricky. Some say that it's naturally derived. You're not killing the animal to get
Right.
the beeswax. And then some say, well, it's still it's a byproduct of an animal. So you have that mixed crowd, that both say
Yeah.
different. So
You can't
I'm trying,
can't
yeah,
make everyone happy.
right. So what's up, Donald Long? Happy Thursday. Thanks for joining us.
Hey Donald,
Um,
Paradise reminds me of Italian ices. Okay,
and
Italian
Shaq's Black
ices.
Amber
I know
soap
that.
smells great.
Excellent. Yeah, actually, with the Black Amber, I created that for the ladies. So when we went to these festivals and everything, the ladies, that way we could try to draw in and be, I know we wouldn't have ladies' products right now, but at least we would have something for them. And every guy that picked up the Black Amber soap was like, oh man, you gotta have this. This you gotta make an oil, you gotta make butter. So finally, I broke down in the last 4 or 5 of the last year for the other festivals. We had it, and it sold pretty good, and we've had some pretty good returns on the internet too. So,
Yeah, amber is probably one of my top scents. Amber, myrrh, and frankincense. I'm more of
oh,
a dark scented kind of guy, so
mhm.
that's
Well,
why
that's,
I picked. I was able to pick out in Greek. I was able to pick that out a
right.
little bit. So I was like, it's mixed so well. It's hard to really see what's in it, but I got the hint. I'm like, man, you and I had went. We're talking about. I'm like, there's something in it. I think it's this, but
Yeah,
um,
that's why having a partner, is good because that way you get other you know options and thoughts and he loves fresh. I, it's okay for me. I just don't want to wear it. I want to wear leather. I want to wear um, tobacco. I want to wear a little bit of smoke or cologne. That's me. But he loves fresh. He loves fruity. And so that's the best of both worlds. When you can get them going like that.
so what's up, Zeb? Thanks for coming in, Joey. Yes, there are a lot of streams out tonight.
Yes, Thursday's getting crowded.
Yeah, so we're all fighting against each other when we should be fighting for each other at this point. So, Ryan Mortz is 1930 talcum.
Yes, very talcum heavy. Then I say very, but it's blended very well. What was your?
So it's blended very well. I get a powdery, almost cocoa butter initial wave when I first put it in beard on that. So very
Yeah,
smooth.
I wanted to take, especially for the older generation, I wanted to take them back in time. And that to me, that is a very, I mean, just slaps you in your face, and scents do that. Scents trigger memories, and I just wanted to create something like that that just and takes you back in time. So
Gotta let
yeah,
the lie.
it is very old school barbershop.
Well, I think they'd probably want to pass on that. There, Ellie.
Oh yeah,
Them burns aren't very good. So I just started hearing about Beard Shack. We'll try this year. Yep. So
hey,
relatively new to Beard Shack as well. So him and
yeah.
I got in contact what about a month and a half ago. So
Well, yeah, last year. I, I know you said. Well, originally we were March is
yeah,
when we
scheduled for
originally
March.
at the end of March is where we scheduled, but you had an opening. And I said, yeah, why not?
Yeah, so that's one thing I realized. I planned it out till I'm booked until March, and then I got sick, and then things kind of got all scattered. So the schedule. That's why I haven't posted a new schedule on Instagram for you guys because it's still kind of in the works. So we're moving everyone around and trying to get the best time for you guys and the best companies out there. So um, but yeah, Shaky, you will not be disappointed. Especially, I'm going to get into the Greek, which is my top scent of the three that I've tried. So Paradise reminds me of an Italian ice. Donald Long, Ryan Moritz. It's a nice barbershop, and the talcum is very light for him. What's up, Vato? Hey, Vato, check your DMs. Really, Donnie, slow mode? Yes, because I am slow, Vato. It's only 5 seconds. Like, it's 5 seconds, so I can keep up with it. And I still can't keep up. So bear with me, Vato. Hey, Donnie, I have a handlebar stash ages ago. Yeah, Angus. So eventually, I have some older pictures. I don't have them on Instagram or anything. When I first started my beer journey in 2016, so it's probably early 2018. I mean, I literally had it out to about
Ooh,
here.
nice.
I remember I was at a Garth Brooks concert, and it was just like, kind of like the Longhorn, the cattle, and the
Oh yeah,
promo there.
yeah.
Not as long, but it was pretty gnarly.
I never could get over the hair over the lip, and then eating and everything. But I'm getting it trained up pretty well. Starting to get a good split in the middle, and
Yeah,
man, it's a constant. I mean, you just have to sit there and kind of
play
brush it
with
and
it
brush
and
it and play with it, and
train it, and
wax does help. Don't get me wrong, it does. But
yeah.
yeah,
So I mean, I'm pretty good. Yeah, I got a pretty good length there, but I'm gonna let it grow out a little bit more. So hey, bring the handlebar back, Angus. That's the cool thing to do now. So
yeah.
can someone get Vato out of here, please? Vato's everywhere. Um, so Rusty Shackelford says the Beard Shack Earl Feel Beard is up there with the best of them, not counting bird juice and CBD. Butter is top two for me. So soft, lasts all day. No film, greasy feel, still blows in the wind, no wax.
Awesome, awesome. Appreciate that.
Michael's Roddy said, since the past month, if I didn't choose Beard Shack for a day, I almost always go back to Beard Shack because the products turn a dry beard into a soft beard. Beard Shack surprised me. I love it. Yeah, very good feeling beard, top notch feeling beard up there with some of the best of them. So I
Well,
can say
and
that with after,
I've been told that from a few people that absolutely that it's better than some other people's CBD line. And I'm just like, whoa, hey, appreciate that, definitely.
and you have a great carrier blend. So for you folks that have not tried it, so it's sunflower oil, hemp seed, rice bran, which is very good for the beard. We know that, and avocado, castor oil, meadow foam, and rose hip. So some very good carrier oils in the blend there, and that's what's making your beard feel glorious. So some of those
Oh,
carrier
absolutely.
oils in there. So Erock, quit texting me, bro. My wife already mad. You always flirting with me. Uh oh, Jerry. What's up, Glock? Smoking Beard Reviews. Thanks for coming in. Glad to have you. I agree, Rusty. But for me, Beard Shack works better than anything for me, including Bird and CBD. Just works so well for me.
There's
Yep,
another one. Hey,
and
appreciate that.
and that's where all of our beards kind of a little bit different. So you test it out and see what works best for you. And if you go overboard, like me, you got 3 years of supplies to choose from. So Vato, you need to tell Donnie that he said he likes it dark. All right, guys. I haven't had enough. Haven't had enough beer for this. Calm down. No, ain't no place I'd rather be here with Donnie. Thanks, Rusty.
Hey, there you
Rusty's my trailer park buddy, and he doesn't even know it. So,
go.
so Zeb's all about the fresh, bright scents, fruity cologne. Yes, please. So I think Paradise. You'd like Paradise.
Now we are coming out with some new scents.
Are you okay?
So Remedy is going to be one that's going to be releasing pretty soon. It's just coconut and lime. That's it. But
Okay.
it's super good.
And coconut and lime mix very well together.
Oh yeah,
So
and that's one of JP's favorite. That is his all-time favorite right there. But it's like today I got in a scent that when we were TGG, the Grassy Grin, one of our vendors shut down, and so we couldn't get scents anymore. And that was another reason why we had to quit. And so, I mean, I just found a bourbon that matches what I used to have. And
Okay.
so now we can make our Freedom. And of course, Freedom will be on the 4th of July.
Okay. Makes
And
sense.
man, it was our number one seller back in the day.
Was it? What's up,
So,
ABB? Thanks for joining us.
but then
Agree
we
with
got Coach.
Ellie.
Coach is going to release before then, and
Okay.
it starts off as bay rum, and then we add sweet tobacco, leather, a little bit of cherry on top of that,
Oh, nice. Okay.
and a Kentucky bourbon. And man, because the idea came, my mom used to clean houses, and there's this coach at our high school that he always smoked a cherry pipe. And so when I walked into his house, it's just bursting with cherry, and tobacco. And then he had this leather couch that it just smelled so good in that house. So that's where that scent's coming from.
Yeah.
Or
So the
diet.
like I came up with the Pirates Cove, which has bourbon in it, and
Mhm.
when I was younger, I used to be a big bourbon whiskey guy, and for some reason now I just can't stand bourbon. I'm like, oh, just the smell of it. Like I don't know why it
Mm.
does me no favors. So the Pirates Cove. So I always kind of like to envision. Obviously, I'm not too far from Tampa, so we have Gasparilla and things like that, and the pirate theme from back in
Right.
the day in Tampa Bay. So I kind of sat there and I envisioned myself on a pirate ship, and what would I smell? So obviously you're going to smell bourbon or whiskey, some kind
Right.
of rum, something. So it was bay rum, bourbon, and then I'm like, well, what else would I smell? And bacon came to mind. So it has a slight smoked bacon at the end of it. And then I released it and I'm like, I forgot leather. How do I forget leather? Like,
Right.
they have leather's half the ship. But so once I remake this new one, it's still going to be Pirates Cove. I'm probably going to add a little bit of leather in there when I get some time to
Yeah.
reformulate the mix just to kind of bring that all together. So,
Yeah. So back in the day with TGG, we had one that was called Peg Leg that was kind of very similar to that.
okay. Vato was late. He was running from ice. You can't say that. Vato disappears when you say ice. No, just playing. We love you, Vato. We got to pick on you, though.
I tell you what, as much as he run from the ice, he got to be in the Olympics.
Right. Glock, you have caps lock on. I don't know if you'll get timed out here, but I know on some of the streams recently, people have been getting timed out. So,
That's what I've been
um,
hearing.
and Ellie's put the
Hey,
website in
appreciate
there,
that, Ellie.
so beardshack.com. I'm going to star that. I don't know if that highlights it, or I have a star on my side, so I don't know if that is any benefit to you guys that puts it there and holds it there. What's up, Amrit? Thanks for joining us. Um, so Zarati, I was opening night of the '86 World Tour in Atlanta. So yeah, this was a couple years ago. heck, it's been more than a couple years ago. It's been about 6 years now since he's been in Orlando. Um, but yeah, he definitely puts on a good show. Him and Trisha Yearwood.
Oh yeah.
And I know they're doing another stadium tour this year, so I'm going to try to get to that. Glock, so every time you put the oil, you're going to get timeout. Just saying. The beer shack is a little old place where we can get together, like the Love
Hey,
Shack. I thought about like doing like that song. Like,
right. Well, and so we are coming out with Love Shack, but
oh
it
yeah,
will be,
okay.
closer to the end of the year.
But yeah, so that's when I heard the Beard Shack, I was like the Love Shack, like
Yes.
it just goes together. So
Oh,
it was routing 96. Sorry, big fingers. Um, and I'm gonna make you feel old, Shaky. I was born in '96. No, I'm just
oh,
playing.
dude,
I
don't
was
even go
I,
there.
I was born in '86, not '96. But
I'm still older.
he likes assless chaps. So yes, I don't know how we got this started. I was probably drunk one night and said something about assless chaps, and now that's what I'm known for. Even though I haven't posted a picture, so one of these days you're gonna get an autographed assless chap picture from
Yeah,
White Trash Donnie.
there you go.
Maybe a 2023 calendar. Who knows? You know,
Never
the
know.
year's still new. Got a lot of planning yet to do. So is
You
that
got lots of places to take photos in the trailer park.
right? I agree with Erock. Get Greek. So the three I still haven't went over, and we'll get to that. But the three I have, they're all phenomenal.
Thank you.
But the Greek is by far the number one of the three for me.
Well, it is our number one seller right now. So
Is it okay?
yeah.
And I can see why. So let me try to catch up with some of these comments. 96. It was a great time with Garth. Got oil. Need to get the butter later. All right. So we'll kind of get into it. I've already opened it. Obviously, I've been testing for a couple weeks now.
Oh yeah.
So you get the Beer Check sticker that you can put on your car.
I try to
Uh,
put those in a bunch of them. I don't. Of course, it takes time to make that stuff, and
right.
so I don't get it put in everyone's, but I do try to get it in a lot of them.
So and then like I got 3 cents. He sent some of the other testers. So he
Yes,
sends
that's
the
those
testers for
samples.
you.
We
Uh,
got those up on the site now.
that way, you can test it and see how you like it before you get a full bottle.
That's right, and it's
Uh,
only $6, and that includes shipping.
okay, you can't get cheaper than that. So.
No, we're the cheapest one on the
And
market.
So you got the Greek, the Beer Check, the Greek, and I'll try to spin it around if my camera adjusts. So
There you
on the
go.
back it says cruelty free. Please recycle 100% recyclable, made in Texas, locally made, and gives you expiration date 12 months from opening. Again, oops, sorry. Again, the ingredients are sunflower, hemp seed, rice bran, avocado, castor, meadowfoam, rosehip, essential oils, and or fragrance. So with Greek, I got a very sophisticated, not super dark cologne, but there's a little darkness to it. And it's not really explained like that. So on the bottle, it is a cedar, leather, and manly. So
So
for
at the festivals, some people would, crack it open, they'd smell it, and I was like, all right. So what you're going to get right there out of the bottle, I said, you're going to get a little bit of cedar, you're going to get a little bit of leather, but you're going to get a whole lot of manliness in that bottle.
and I don't want to say I got quite the opposite,
Right.
but I got a very heavy. I don't want to say heavy because I'm very sensitive to heavy smells, and I will get a headache within two
Oh, yeah.
seconds.
That's what
Um,
lemongrass does to a lot of people.
so this was there was something in here I was picking up, and I knew it was a dark scent. So Kevin and I were talking back and forth, and I told him, I said, I think it's amber, but it's mixed so well it's hard to tell. So when I put it in, I get a sophisticated cologne. It'd be perfect for a date night,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I got a good 10 hours of this. Obviously not as strong when you first put it in, but it did mellow out very nicely. Then I picked up after the sophisticated amber dark cologne, I picked up the cedar and then the leather in that. So
Nice.
for me, it was kind of reverse. But I pick up dark scents way before I can pick up anything else. So amber, myrrh, frankincense, those things, my nose just has
Goes to. Right.
right. So and those are some of my favorite scents. So that's probably why I kind of pick those out and kind of go to those again, but very well blended.
Thank you.
It's not straight leather. It's not straight cedar. It's not
Mhm.
straight manly. Perfect date night scent, and you could wear it anytime. And again, about 10 hours out of there, as we spoke in the chat, and everyone's saying, great feeling beard up with the best of them. So Greek is my number one out of the three I've tried. So we'll get to the rest of them here shortly. Let me catch up with some of these comments. Even on slow mode, I can't keep up. So, Bay Rum and Coach, I'm on it.
Yeah, so I mean, I know some people, their noses are different, and COVID's in and out, and some people complain that they didn't have a longevity of scent, and then some people say, like 8-10 hours still going. I know with Coach, I get it. I like, so I'm just doing once a day with oil in the morning, and then I take another shower and during the next morning, and then with the steam and the hot water, I can start smelling it again. So that's 24 hours. I'm like, how are these guys not smelling this? Longer than 15 minutes. But hey, everyone's nose is different. So
Right. And then, so with the, like, especially in the shower, the heat and the humidity will bring that, the oils out
right,
when you're in the shower. And obviously, I'm in Florida, so we do have humidity.
right.
So that
We're
may,
in Texas, so
right. So that may increase the longevity or the scent duration being so humid outside as well in Florida. Um, right now, we're pretty cold for us. We're in the low 50s at night and the 60s to 70s in the day. Yes, that is cold for Florida. So that's why you see me rocking the flannels lately. Zarate, yes, I am 35, but I look 45 with all my gray hair. So
ain't nothing wrong with gray.
Pampered Chef said, bacon.
Mm, my
And
wife loves bacon.
got Bay Rum in right now, Zarate. It's nice. Your quintessential Bay Rum reminds me of my dad's aftershave.
Yeah. It's clean, cloney, very refreshing. Just kind of a legendary scent. It was one of our best back in the day, and that's why we pulled it over, and we were able to find that scent uh, pretty much 95% of the same. You know, every company has different scents, and so we were able to find one that had every component that we needed to make that scent, and so that
Russ,
one we got.
Rusty said, "I love the Bay Rum a lot. I like it. I like it even over Greek. So that's saying
Oh,
something." Shaky Vato is competing with Bigfoot for the hide and seek world championship. Vato at White Trash Donnie Caps Locks. Caps Lock is the name of my collab. I thought I was haters tears because you're crying so much, Vato. Heads up, you have to prove a vaccination to get into Garth concerts. Wow.
yeah,
Okay. I haven't heard that.
that's
So,
sad, but yeah.
I feel old. I'll be 50 this year. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm feeling like I'm 60, but
Oh,
ment- mentally, I feel like I'm 20.
I turned 40 not too long ago, so it's sometimes some of what they say is true and some of it's not. But yeah, definitely take care of your body from now on.
So mistletoe was seasonal and unbelievably good.
Oh
I did
man,
not smell that, so I do not
so
know.
yeah, that was apple, cypress, bourbon, and a little bit of cinnamon. And man, when you get it in bottle, I mean, to me, it just smells like Christmas.
I love a good Christmas scent. So, is that going to be something you bring back
Yes,
each
yeah,
season, or okay?
we'll bring that one back. We did have one called Iceland. It didn't do very well at the festivals, so I didn't even post it. Because at the festivals we would set out scents. That way, hey, try this, give us feedback on this. That way we would have a bigger crowd, and more feedback. And with uh, Keith, JP, and I, we came back all together. Okay, what about this one? What about that one? And Euphoria had a pretty good comeback. Iceland did not, and then I forget what the other one was. But the Euphoria will be coming out as a seasonal scent here shortly.
All right, so there we go. We got a couple insider secrets for you. So Glocks, the Way this is described on the bottle is cedar, leather, and manly. So, like I said, I get a very sophisticated cologne vibe from it. So I pick up the amber and the it's not oud, but it's
Tonka.
Tonka. That's yep, Tonka. So I get the amber and the Tonka up front, and then it mellows out into a very smooth light leather and a light cedar scent for me. So as Kevin said, some people get the leather and the cedar up front, but my nose I automatically pick up amber, frankincense, myrrh because I'm more of a dark kind of. My nose just kind of trained on that because those are some of the scents that I thoroughly enjoy. So Bearded Men and Assless Chaps calendar, laughing out loud at your own discretion. So, hey, I was trying to get it done this year, but I just didn't have enough time. So 2023, I got a whole year to plan. E-Rock says he loves the samples. Yeah, definitely handy.
Appreciate
That way
that.
you can test them out before you buy a full 1 ounce bottle. Where in Texas? I'm probably going to say it wrong, but it's Carthage.
No, Carthage.
Carthage. Okay, see,
Yeah.
I told you I'd butcher it.
Carthage.
Yes, you're very happy to get the samples. I did what it's meant to do. I ordered the paradise oil and the butter of the day. I used the scent oil.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
All right. That's what she said, Donnie. What's up, Jay? Thanks for
What's up,
coming
Jay?
in. He's a fellow Texan. I don't know how far you guys are apart, but.
I'm not sure.
And so I had the privilege of working with Jay, coming up with Breaking Donnie.
Yeah.
And that was an experience. We got the Nog Champa,
Yeah.
very dark, sweet scent. So that was fun. Um, I'll have to try the Greek. Sounds like a good scent. Definitely my top scent with the Beard Shack. That was my favorite one out of the three, and I'll go over the other two here shortly. We are 43 minutes in. We are actually talking quite a bit. This is going pretty quick. And as you know, the cousins are on at 9, and I am the kind of guy that will respect their time slot, and I am not going to go over 9 o'clock, so we are not going to rush it, but we are going to pick up the speed just a little bit. So we do have some Beard Feud. Uh, Rusty Greek butter is the loudest scent I have on the shelf. Lasts forever. Earl goes for a good 8 hours. Heavy cologne vibe.
Nice. Thank you.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
So now with the Paradise, I didn't get a good 10 hours out of it, but I still got a good six to 7 hours.
Well, yeah, sweet scents don't last that long.
Right. So, still very, very good scent duration. I mean, I'm not going to complain 6 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Haters tears with ferocious and cap lock with long line. Okay, I got you, Vato. I didn't know you were doing one with Li. So awesome. I'll have to check that out. Wait till you hit 53. I am not looking forward to that. Iceland Vato will not buy it because it has ice in it.
I saw that earlier. I was kind of giggling at that.
Everyone, I see why Vato doesn't have Instagram because y'all pick on him so much. He's like, why do I want an Instagram? Donnie, your little story of my life TikTok was awesome. I thought it was hilarious. You can thank my father for creating a legend. So no, it was like a little. Um, you ever seen one of them pictures with like I was the fastest swimmer,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
bunch of like little sperm cells. So it's a dirt bike with a sperm cell on it, and everyone's chasing the dirt bike. And so I put that on as like a TikTok story, and I was like, my dad created a legend. So, but my personality, some people find me dumb, some people find me funny. It just
Hey,
depends
I'm the
on
same
your
way.
sense of humor. So,
I'm the same way. So there's a lot of times my wife is like, do not post that on Facebook. Do not.
we got my homie from Florida here. What's up, Matt the Bearded? Thanks for
Hey,
joining
Matt.
us. Angus, I feel old in this room. I'm 58. You're only as old as you feel, and I feel like I'm 20. So,
Hey.
what's up, JPB? Thanks for swinging in. So, let's start we have 6 questions for Beard Feud. We do have a seventh question for a tiebreaker if need be. This will be a winner's choice combo for whoever has the most correct answers. And then we may have some extra giveaways depending on how Kevin feels. We do have a pretty good crowd in tonight. It's kind of going back and forth, 20 to 30. So I appreciate you guys coming in. If you want to tell your nanny or pappy the trailer park next to you Whoever you want to come in to play some Beard Feud, we are going to start those questions here shortly. And they are based around, I tried to base them around Texas the best that I could, with Beard Shack being based out of Texas. So let's hit the first one. So name something associated with Texas. So this is not my answer. This is a general consensus. Name something associated with Texas. I'll put some dots in the chat. So something associated with Texas. I'll give you a hint. They're not very good. So Matt the Bearded said Longhorn cattle. That was the second one. No, third one. But this one is, what's up, Weatherbeard? Thanks for coming in. The Alamo Cowboys. So Diablo has it with Cowboys. Let me just go up and make sure nobody has it. Rusty was close. He said cowboy hats and steers, but the correct answer was actually the Dallas Cowboys.
The first thing I thought was barbecue.
Right. So Diablo Bearded is the first one with barbecue. So Diablo has one question, and I forgot my pen. Dang it. So I'll have to remember this in my head. So Diablo has the first question. We're going to play some dots in there. Hey, Vic, I seen you in here. Thanks again for coming in and helping me out, buddy. Play some dots in there at the end. We go to question number 2. How many nations have ruled over Texas? How many nations have ruled over Texas? Kind of a little history lesson here as we go. So Zeb has 2, JPB has 3, Shaky has 3, Nick H has 4, Zarati has none, Nick H has 4, 4. Rusty Shackelford is the first one I see with the correct answer. That's 6.
Right. That's why they call it Six Flags over Texas.
Right. And that would be Spain, France, Mexico, the Republic of Texas, the Confederate, and the United States. So 6 of them. Stringbeard came in a little bit after him, and Allie came just after Stringbeard. So there was 6 in total. So 6 Flags Great America. That's kind of where it comes from. So another history lesson for y'all. So let's go to round 3 because we are at 8:49. And if you could just help me out there, Kevin, I forgot my pen. So the first one was Diablo. The second one was Rusty. Just that way I don't mess it up and get scolded. All right. So what popular soft drink was created in Texas? Popular soft drink that was created in Texas. And no, it was not Busch Light. Vato says, I don't know what I hate most, COVID or Donnie's questions. So Rusty Shackelford has Big Red. Zarati has Big Red. Diablo Bearded has Big Red. Big Red seems to be the general consensus, but this is not the general consensus of the Beard Feud. Coca-Cola, Sarsaparilla, Donald Long. There we go. Dr. Pepper was actually created in Texas. So we got 3 different winners right now. We got Diablo, Rusty, and now Donald Long. So Dr. Pepper would be the correct answer for that. Now, is Big Red a popular drink over there?
Yes, actually it is.
Okay.
Some people won't eat at a restaurant if they don't have Big Red.
Okay. Yep. So I see that's why there's a bunch of Big Red in there. So that's general consensus, not my choice. So, all right, the next one. It doesn't really have anything to do with Texas, but it will get your brain thinking. Deserted on an island, what would be the first thing you search for? If you were deserted on an island, what would be the first thing you search for?
I'm just going to say my idea. I guess you call it a walking stick.
Okay.
And then water after that. But, if I run into anything, I take the walking stick and it turns into like a bam bam stick or whatever you call
Right, a little
it.
shape it up to like a little spear. So,
Yeah.
and let me go to the back to the top because they came in pretty quick. So Ryan Mortz is the correct answer that came in first with water, and then Zeb was right behind him with water. So water is the general consensus, and most of you have that, other than JPB with coconut, Donald along with dry wood. A couple different answers in there, but general consensus was fresh water or water. So obviously, we're not going to drink the salt water. I mean, you could, but you're not going to last very long. So this one, don't overthink this one. It is not a perverted question. And I know most of you are probably going to take it perverted, but it is not. So let me get this off the screen. All right. So name something that has white balls. Something that's a white ball. Something that is a white ball. It's a very popular sport, but also a very boring one. And Bearded Pamper Chef is the first one I see with golf. So a golf ball. There we go. Man, we got a different winner for every question tonight. This is going
Yeah.
to be all right. So golf is the correct one. Volleyball. Most of them were golf. So ping pong. That was the second. No, ping pong was the third. Matt had baseball, which was the second general consensus. So, but golf ball was the first one. All right. So the next one. Largest Texas native tribe. So the largest Native American tribe in Texas would be what?
I should know this one, but I actually don't remember.
See, we're even taking the Texan back on a history lesson.
I know my dad told me that part Sioux, I believe is how you say it. And
Uh,
uh,
Sioux, or yeah, I know it.
S actually is Seux, I think. Sioux, or but yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So all have pretty good answers, but I'm not seeing the correct one yet. So we got Alamo, Apaches, Navajo. Amrit says, geez, I don't know. That's what Google's for, guys. Come on. Rusty Shackelford said Comanche.
he
Donald Long
says,
says Alabama. Matt Bearded says Apaches. String Bearded said Kushada. None of these answers are right. So we will let you go again. It does
yeah,
start with a
yeah.
C, but it's not Kushada.
Sioux. That's right.
I
Check
think
if
they
you have
say, I
Sioux.
think they call it, yeah, Sioux, the Sioux tribe, I think is what it is. So, all right, we still don't have a correct answer. Maybe this
Wow.
is a little harder than I thought. So, Kickapoo. I don't know if Kickapoo is actually a tribe. Oh, there we go. Bearded Pamper Chef comes in with it. So Caddo. The Caddo tribe is the biggest Native American tribe in Texas. All right. Amrit, this is general consensus. Just Plain Bearded said, give us a different question, Donnie. All right. So BCC, was that his second question he got right? Or no, that was his first or
No, second.
second. All right. So to be fair, we got one extra one. And this is going to be a multiple choice. I'll give you A, B, C, or D. So this could either tie it up or BCC takes it. So obviously, we know cattle is a big industry in Texas and the Longhorns. So more than how many cattle are in Texas? A, 23 million. B, 33 million. C, 16 million. Or B, 43 million.
Ooh.
Shaky Review said 3. Uh-oh. Wait. We have a tie. We have a tie now. Diablo answered C, more than 16 million. Followed by Shaky Review with 16 as well. So Diablo Beard is first on my screen. But yes, there are more than 16 million head of cattle
A
in
lot.
Texas alone. So now we have another tie. So we have BCC, Bearded Pamper Chef, tied with Diablo. So this is where Kevin comes in and comes up with a question that he would like to
Go.
ask. Or unless we want to award two winners, that's up to you. Totally your
Yeah, I'll
call.
award two winners.
All right, so congratulations, BCC and Diablo. You both win a combo of your choice. So after the stream, go ahead and hit up the Beard Shack, and they will get you taken care of. If I have any recommendations, I am going with Greek. I did not get into the other two, so I will do that real quick. We have several minutes left before the cousins hop on. So 1930 is a barbershop scent. It is talcum, amber, rum with musk. So when I first put this in beard, warm it up in my hands, I get a powdery, almost cocoa butter scent that kind of mellows out into the following, the barbershop scent. You get a little bit of the amber, the rum, and the vanilla at the very light, the very tail end. So I would say a third tier note on that. So let's see, Jason. Hi, Donnie and Kevin late. Watch the replay. Thanks for coming in. We
Hey,
appreciate having you, Jason. And then we have Paradise, which is my second. So if you know me, I'm not a big barbershop fan. However, this one is good enough that I would still wear it.
I've
So
been hearing that a lot, from a lot of reviewers. They do say, hey, I'm not really big into barbershops, but I do like this. This is quite nice. And it is our number two seller, by the way.
is it okay? So in this one, I'm going to explain kind of weird. You'll probably never hear somebody explain a beard oil like this. So this is the Paradise, and this is labeled as coconut, lemongrass, and Maui.
Right. Because when I was making it, I just closed my eyes and I just took that in, and it put me on a beach.
Okay.
And I was like, Maui, you know.
So 1930 reminds me of Murray's hair pomade.
Hmm.
Greek, also my favorite. Vato says so. With Paradise, that's going to be my second favorite from the three I have. Just sub from the pack. Awesome. I appreciate it, JPB. If we do get 200 subs by the end of the show, which is a couple minutes, I don't know what we're at. I haven't checked. I do know um, Weird Beard is going to do a giveaway on my behalf to try to get me to 200 because I've been stalled for a couple weeks now. But however, the Paradise, you get the coconut and the lemongrass mixed super well together, and you almost get a creamy. Yes, like I said, you'll probably never hear a beard oil explained like this. You get a very creamy pineapple, a very small hint of pineapple, and that's the mixture of the lemongrass and kind of the coconut. You get the tropical end of that, so that's what I get out of it. And you know me, I'm a dark guy, or B,
Right.
I'm a tropical guy. So
Right.
and that's what I get out of it. Definitely my number two, Greek number one. So either way, you can't go wrong. And you can check out the website for other options as well. They have multiple options on there. They have balm, they have butter, oils, bar soaps that are made in house, so handmade by them. So it's not third party. Um, I like the 1930. Jason said, what was the scent for Greek? So the scent for Greek is labeled as cedar, leather, and manly. So for that, I get a sophisticated cologne vibe. So it does have tonka and it does have amber in it. And then on the back end, which some people get the leather and the cedar up front, I get the leather and the cedar behind because I pick up the tonka and the amber first. But I did get about a 10-hour scent duration out of that, and it was kind of like a dark, not super dark, but a little bit dark, sophisticated cologne style for me. So you're at 182. Okay, thank you, JPB. White Trash Donnie, I need to do a video of your favorite dark scents. I did do a 2021 top dark scents, so you can check that out on my Instagram. This coming year, I was just getting kind of into the beard. I don't want to say just getting into the beard community, but starting to do things like that.
Right.
So probably in 2022, I'll do some videos like that as far as top dark scents, top things like that. But if you know anything about me, I'm dark or tropical, and I'm a little fruity myself. Maybe I don't know, a little crazy. Who knows? So, any questions from the audience tonight? Anything you'd like to talk about before we pop out of here and go check out the cousins there, Kevin?
We do have a subscription model. So if you want to get signed up for that, we knock off a little bit for that. But no, I'm good. I'm
Awesome.
sure I can find something.
Right. So I appreciate having you on tonight. I appreciate you making time coming on. I
Yeah,
appreciate
anytime.
all the fans and everybody else in the chat that came in and joined us tonight. I definitely check out thebeershack.com and see what they have that might be up your alley. Again, Greek is my number one and Paradise is my number two. But they do have multiple scents, and you can order sample packs, $6 shipped to your door, and see
Absolutely.
what scent that you like best. And this hat makes I got that, whatever they call that on my, the bridge of your nose, that little wrinkle. I'm like staring at myself. It's aggravating me.
That's why I turned mine around.
Gonna have to put my hat down a little more so I can't see it. Um, white trash Donnie picked Haters Tears. I didn't pick Haters Tears lot though. I haven't smelled Haters Tears yet, but I'm
Yeah, I
going
haven't
to.
either.
Um, Thanks, Donnie and Kevin.
Hey, thank
Anytime's
you, man.
Roddy. I appreciate you stopping in and enjoying the time with us tonight. So we're going to pop off here now and make sure you go check the cousins that have started 3 minutes ago. And we will see you next time for Trailer Talk Tuesday. And again, thanks for joining us. Have a good
Y'all have a
night.
great night. Appreciate it.